By asking you about one of your teammates, Mo Salah, joint top scorer in the Premier League after the weekend. What's he like in and around the squad to play with, and how important to the way you play is he?
Yeah, he's had a great season so far, and hopefully it continues. You know, good character in and around the dressing room, fit him well and very quickly, as you've seen, on and off the field, and that's important. And you know, I think we're lucky to have a very good dressing room. Everyone gets on really well, and I think you can see that with the performances on the pitch as well. And he's had a great season so far, but like I say, hopefully he can keep that going, and hopefully keep banging those goals in.
You've played in some really talented teams and squads. How does Mo Salah compare to the best players you've played with?
Yeah, like I said, I've been lucky to play some very good players throughout my career, and he's up there as well. You know, I know he's played in England before, but changing club and changing league again, you know, there's a big difference between England and Italy, and settling down as fast as he has, and hit the ground running, scoring the goals, and been as ruthless as he has. You know, he's a top player, and you know, that's credit to the players around him, but also the club for helping him settle in as fast as possible, and the players he's playing with as well. You know, Bobby up there with him, Estadio, and the guys behind him as well, giving the opportunities. So you know, I think you see how we play as a team, both going forward and defending as well, and he's a big part of that.
How important is he in the big games when you can look across your teammate? Because it won't be lost on you, I'm sure, as a former City player, that he got Manchester United on the horizon at the weekend.
Yeah, he's you know, in games you need those moments of brilliance at times to unlock the defences, and he can do that. He can create goals out of nothing on his own. But like I say, it's important as a team that we take some pressure off him as well, and make sure that the goals are shared out throughout the team, and most importantly, we keep creating those chances for him. He can do it on his own at times, but it's important that we that we keep creating those opportunities, and also that he keeps doing the work for us as part of that team as well, which he does.
James, as a senior player, I think it's fair to call you. How are you managing with the intensity as we lead into the final few matches of the season?
Yeah, fine. I feel good, and I think we're in a good place as a squad. You know, we've got injuries back. Great to see Kleiner coming back into the squad as well. So as a group, we're feeling good. You know, the training's always a high tempo as well, and I think you can see from the way we're playing and the form we're in, everyone's on the front foot and feeling fresh.
For you personally?
Me personally, I feel good. Yeah, I think you know, I've played at this level a long time now, so it's the games and the amount of games that I'm used to it, and the body gets used to it, and you know, the numbers I'm putting in games, they're up there with everyone else, and if not higher at times. So I'm feeling good and in a good place for this critical time of the season, because ultimately this is a time of the season where it matters most.
And just mentally, with Man United on Saturday, and obviously 5-0 up from the first leg, how do you go and balance the two?
There's only one in our minds. It's the only thing that matters is the next game in front of you, and Porto. Yeah, we had a good result out there, but you know, they had the chances before we got our goals. They're a good team. Things went right for us on the night, and it was a fantastic performance. But you know, we went out there and scored 5. There's no reason why they can't do that. You look at the last few results; they've won the last 4 games. They've scored a lot of goals as well. So you know, we have to go out there and be ready for them. If I was in their dressing room, I'd want to go out there and prove a point, and it's a very important game for us, you know. Every time we put that Liverpool shirt on, there's a expectation of pressure to win the game, and we expect to do that every time we go out there. And also, for the rest of the season, we want to keep this run going and put in a good performance.
Okay. Just back a little. From Sports TV Portugal, do you believe that the difference between the Porto and Liverpool is as big as the result in the first leg?
No. Like I say, I think things went very well for his first leg. Porto had the chances early on as well. I think Dejan made a fantastic tackle early on, but I think on the night we were very ruthless. We created chances like we always will with the players we have, but we were clinical, finished the chances well, and picked the right pass at the right time, and things went well for us. I think 5-0 definitely isn't. You look at the team Porto are, and the experience they have in the Champions League over the years. So we know we have to be on our game tomorrow night and make sure that we put in a good performance.
James,
Jürgen mentioned that you've been mentioning the assists that you've got this season.
I've been mentioning it.
Yeah.
I think it's more the other way around, to be honest. There's been a bit of banter about it, yeah. So there always is around the dressing room, and obviously we were in Spain after that game, and it was a good time to do that trip. You know, we worked hard on the training field, but obviously after a good performance in the Champions League and a good result, everyone was in a great mood, and it was nice to see a bit of sun as well. So there's plenty of banter flying about.
Does that mean anything to you, though? That you've got the most assists in the competition? It's not something people normally associate probably with your great. I mean, are you proud of that record at the moment? Or?
It's nice to have. It helps me shut down any arguments if there's any banter going on in the dressing room. But you know, I just want to contribute to the team, and you know, throughout my career, I think I've managed to create goals for the teams I've played at. That's a strength of mine, even though I'm seen as a bit of a workhorse and run around a bit. You know, I think throughout the years, if you look at the stats, I've created quite a few goals in my career, and that's where I feel that one of my strengths is as a player. So hopefully, I can keep doing that for the team.
James, you've been part of trophy-winning teams elsewhere. When you look in that dressing room now, do you see a team that's capable of challenging to win this competition this season?
Yeah, I do. I think we're getting closer. I think we're improving all the time since I've been here as a team, and moving forward. We're an exciting team to watch. I think we're learning to manage games better than we have done in the past, and that maturity is coming through. And like I say, we're improving all the time. I think at this stage of the tournament, you need to have that belief that you can go on and win it, but you do need to take it a game at a time. And you know, we've proved over the last few years we can beat anyone on our day, but it's about being consistent, learning from the mistakes we've made, but not looking too far ahead. And like I say, the only thing we're concentrating on is putting in a good performance and getting a win tomorrow night.
It is a young squad. Have you been impressed by the development, especially in the likes of Trent and the other youngsters, you know, playing at this level for the first time this season?
Yeah, fantastic. I think, like you say, as a squad, it is very young. You know, I'm 32. I think me and Raggy are up there as the oldest, and there's not too many older guys around us. So, and you know, we're definitely not over the hill at 32. Some would say we're in his prime. So, it is a young squad, but like you say, Trent's been unbelievable. Trent, Woody, to have them around the squad. Not just as players, but as young men as well, and their attitude and the way they conduct themselves is first class. Always wanting to learn. Can't say enough good things about the pair of them. And you know, Joe Gomez as well. He's not exactly old either, and you know, I think the games he's played and things like that. So it is a young squad and learning all the time. But like I said before, the characters we have in the dressing room, it's a close knit group, and all the players want to learn and always want to do the best for the team, and willing to go that extra mile, and you need that to be successful. And I think you can see that as a team and how we perform. I think if the way we play, if one person's not doing the job, it doesn't work. Teams get out of the press, and you know, that's where you have to be able to tell each other and have people willing to go that extra yard, and I think we have that in that dressing room.
Okay. Any final questions for James?
You sort of added everyone thinks on form points and great second times the last few years, but you might have added a little bit more discipline on the short and the game. Exactly what is after that, of course. Do you live with that?
Yeah, I think especially over the last couple of months, I think as well, I think we've improved at that, and it's something we have to keep working at. But it's that game management and realising what's going on in the game. You know, at times, you know, we want to win games by goals and scoring plenty of goals and be exciting, but there's times where you might have to hold one extra midfielder back and play behind the ball and sense what's happening in the game. I think the West Ham game, you know, where we're in control and they went and scored. Disappointing how we conceded the goal, but I think our response from that point and just settled the game down after that and got a bit more under control. I think that was a sign of maturity again, and something we still need to work at. But I think as a group we're very aware of it, and we're improving at it all the time.
Any final questions? No? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And given the impressive performance away from home, the 5-0 scoreline and the size of the game of the weekend, is it tempting for you to consider rotating your squad?
Rotating in the way you think, well, probably, I'm not 100% sure. No, it's about we won the game in a quite impressive way. That's true. We were really strong that night. We were especially very, very effective that night. We had 6 shots on target, 5 were in. Porto had shots on target, and 2 of them they missed the goal really, only for a few inches in very decisive moments. So that's how a result like this can happen. But we respect Porto too much and respect the competition too much that we would think about real rotation or whatever. So it's only we had a game on Saturday. That's true. And we had it was an intense game again, and we had a few knocks and little things here and there. We had ill players before that. Hopefully, nothing new happened in this department, and so I didn't make a decision so far about lineup because I don't have to. I need the time, and I have the time. Yesterday, we trained with 9 players. Today it's kind of a second-day recovery, and tomorrow we have in the morning little session with a few tactical things for preparation, having a very important meeting, video meeting with the boys. We prepare ourselves for the game, and we want to win the second half of the game, of the stage, actually, and that's all.
Então, uma pergunta sobre uma rotatividade possível para o jogo de amanhã. E a resposta, não, na verdade, não estou a pensar na rotatividade. A equipe ganhou bem em Portugal com um desempenho muito eficaz. 6 remates e 5 gols. Mas Porto também fez 6 remates. Então é assim que a gente tem um resultado assim. Mas temos respeito demais para o Porto e para a Champions League para pensar na rotatividade. Também a equipe jogou bem sábado, mas tínhamos algumas lesões, alguns jogadores doentes, então ainda não tomei a minha decisão sobre a equipa para amanhã. A gente fez um treinamento ontem com 9 jogadores. Amanhã vamos fazer mais uma sessão e vamos ter uma reunião antes do jogo. É um jogo que queremos ganhar.
And I try to give short answers from now on.
Because of his importance to the team, I suppose Mo Salah has played a lot of games. Is this perhaps an opportunity, though, to give?
I get the question in that, but I didn't make a decision so far, and it's about bringing fit players, and we are in a moment in the league where we all have to deliver, play constantly, stuff like that. You don't rotate to avoid something. You only use the players which are in the best shape, and if there will be a different lineup to Saturday, I don't know. But if it will be a different lineup, then only because we want to win the game and no other reason. That's what I meant when I said we will not rest players. We will maybe make 1, 2, 3 changes or so, but only to win the game.
E sobre a rotatividade possível sobre Mohamed Salah e a resposta, eu entendo, compreendo essa pergunta, mas ainda não tomei a minha decisão. Na Premier League tem vários jogos, sempre queremos ganhar os jogos, então eu tomo decisões para ganhar os jogos. Eu não dou descanso aos meus jogadores, então amanhã talvez a equipa vai mudar um pouco, mas seria para ganhar.
Good afternoon. Ivo Costa from Sports TV Portugal. This is a question nowadays, this is a thing nowadays in Portuguese.
That would be the moment when you please could stop, then I can hear the question. You can put the camera down because it's not very only happens like a reflex.
Good afternoon. This is a important question in Portuguese football nowadays. Do you believe that the difference between the big clubs in Portugal and clubs like Liverpool nowadays, and the difference between the Premier League and the Portuguese league is, or the gap between the leagues is so big as the result in the first leg?
No. When I spoke about the game, then actually I thought I answered that question already. We were very, very effective that night. Yes, and strong, and maybe surprisingly strong. I don't know for one or the other person in Portugal. But Porto is a fantastic football team, and Portuguese football is really strong. So it was a 5-0, and that's how it is. But we scored from each chance pretty much, and Porto didn't. So if we don't score from each chance, what is normal in a football game? Let me say we scored 3 times, and Porto used their 2 big chances they had, and it's a 3-2. Would have been for us still a fantastic result, of course, but it doesn't say anything about the level in the different leagues. So I'm not a specialist in that. I watch Porto a lot meanwhile, but it's not that I watched a lot of Portuguese football apart from that in the last few weeks. So you know more about that than I do. But the game we played is not a sign for the general difference between England and Portugal. It was only a football game.
Rob?
Uma pergunta sobre a diferença de qualidade entre os clubes portugueses e ingleses e se 5-0 foi uma representação justa disso, e a resposta é que não. Já disse que naquele jogo em Portugal jogamos um jogo muito eficaz, muito forte. Talvez fosse uma surpresa, mas sabemos que o Porto é uma equipe muito forte, o futebol português também. Naquele jogo marcamos todas as ocasiões que tivemos. Se marcamos só 3 e o Porto marca 2 vezes com as ocasiões que tiveram, então é 3-2, que é um bom resultado, mas é muito diferente. Então esse resultado não fala de uma diferença verdadeira entre os clubes ingleses e os clubes portugueses, e entre o Liverpool e o Porto, mas vocês sabem isso.
Okay. Any more from Sport TV? One more?
Are you expecting Porto playing with their B side or with the main players?
I know that Porto has a few injuries. Tellers is injured, Suarez is injured, I think, or what I heard. I'm not sure if it's true. Marega, right, from the last game, maybe. Abubakar is back. So, no, I don't expect a B team. I don't know what would be a B team, to be honest. Again, it's you. You know more about that. I expect a strong lineup. I expect that they want to show a real reaction, that they want to hurt us in a football way. That's what I expect, nothing else.
Uma pergunta sobre a equipa possível de Porto, e a resposta é verdade que eles têm algumas lesões, Marega, Soares, mas eu não espero uma equipa B do Porto. Espero uma equipa forte que quer mostrar uma reação depois do jogo em Portugal.
Okay, Simon, and then we'll go to the gentleman behind.
Hi, can I ask you about Jordan Henderson? I think towards the start of the season, I think even Jordan might admit he wasn't playing at the level that he wanted to be playing at. So with Saturday in mind just gone, how would you describe his performances now?
Obviously, for Jordan, it's much more important what you say, what you think about him. Not that it would be important for Jordan, but he knows what I think about him. So, and Gareth Southgate is thinking about him. So that's actually 100% clear. Can Jordan improve? Yes, of course. He's young enough to do that, to do so, and in a lot of parts of the game. But is he a very strong player? Yes, 100% as well. So that's why he is playing for us. That's why he is our skipper. And last game for sure was an outstandingly good game from him, to be honest. It was really, in a lot of parts, a really good performance. Controlled the game, switched the side. His passing range was brilliant. Did the things in the right moment. Was very aggressive and very, very good in defending. Not even when he was not aggressive, when he was patient, he won the challenges and stuff like that. Well, helped us a lot. So he's a really good player. And if anybody saw that, I'm happy for him, because obviously he was not second in doubt, in my opinion. But if it's for other people, and that how I said, that he can improve for sure. And but how I said, he has the most difficult job in England. He had to replace Steven Gerrard. So that's not a nice job to do, not a nice job to have. And meanwhile, hopefully people don't think about that too much anymore and see him more as a single person, as a fantastic football player, and that, of course, would help him. But I always thought he did really well with it, to be honest. I really thought he did well. And so now, when he's fit, he's a really, really strong football player.
Uma pergunta sobre Jordan Henderson. E a resposta é que Jordan sabe muito bem o que eu penso dele e também Gareth Southgate. Estamos 100% claro que é jogador muito importante. Claro, pode melhorar, ainda é jovem, mas é jogador muito forte, é por isso que é nosso capitão. Contra o Newcastle jogou jogo espetacular, controlou bem o jogo, passou bem a bola, mostrou agressividade e paciência também. É jogador muito, muito grande, não tenho nenhuma dúvida disso. Mas tem tido trabalho muito difícil, o que é substituir Steven Gerrard, mas agora a gente não pensa nisso. A gente considera Jordan Henderson para o jogador que ele é. E é jogador muito, muito forte e o nosso capitão.
Okay, take the last couple. Gentleman in the blue shirt, and that's one of our guests. Yes, sir.
Hi. Vou fazer em português a pergunta. Pergunto se o Mr. Klopp amanhã estivesse do outro lado, se fosse Sérgio Conceição, como é que ia preparar mentalmente a equipa depois de ter perdido 5-0 no primeiro jogo?
So in Sergio Conceição's position for tomorrow's match, how would you prepare your team mentally?
He doesn't need advice, and I will not give any advice. He is experienced enough, and they play a fantastic season. So I'm not too much. I didn't think too much about this, but if I would be in a situation, I would show a real reaction. I would want to see a real reaction from my team, and I think exactly he looked very lively on the sideline when we were there. He will be very lively tomorrow, and will push his team, and it will be a tough job for us. That's what I expect.
Ele não precisa do meu conselho. Tem muita experiência e eles também fazem uma época muito boa. Então, eu gostaria de uma reação por parte dos meus jogadores. Eu gostaria de mostrar uma reação depois do primeiro jogo. Mas ele já mostrou muita paixão durante o primeiro jogo. Eu espero muito mais paixão da sua parte amanhã.
I think the last question we guess from Iceland. Who has a question for Mr. Klopp?
Iceland.
What do you think Iceland will do at the World Cup this summer?
I was in Iceland skiing last summer, and by the way, one of the best experiences of my life. But how many people live in Iceland? 300,000? What is exact now? I can't believe that. That's unbelievable. So for me, it's the biggest. It's like the roots of football. It's like the roots of everything in life, that you don't need a lot of people, you only need the right people around to do big things. And what they did so far in football is unbelievable. Not only football, handball, and other sports, stuff like that. So you would think the whole country is full of sportsmen, but they have doctors as well, they have teachers, they have all that stuff, and it's all with 330, 40,000 people. That I don't know how that works. Obviously, they all do different jobs. They are a teacher, a doctor, and a professional football player at the same time. So, if Germany cannot win, if England cannot win, then from my point of view, Iceland can be world champion. That would be, by the way, the biggest sensation ever in the sports. But yeah, no, I really like the attitude of all the people in your country. It's a fantastic country. Congratulations to be in Icelandic.
O uma pergunta sobre a seleção de Islândia na Copa do Mundo este verão. E a resposta, eu estive na Islândia o verão passado, gosto muito desse país. É um país com só 400 mil habitantes, mas com uma seleção de futebol espetacular. E isso mostra que você não precisa de muitos jogadores, precisa dos bons jogadores. E não tem somente jogadores de futebol na Islândia, tem gente de todas as profissões. Então, esse verão, se a Alemanha não ganha a Copa do Mundo, tampouco a Inglaterra, eu gostaria que a Islândia ganhasse essa Copa do Mundo. E seria uma sensação muito grande.
Marvellous. Thank you, Rob. Thank you,
And
everybody.
have journalists as well, unbelievable.